because they're in North America, okay? So just be aware of that, and I'll get the other machine running. We can get into it. Okay, we're ready to go. So I'll just share the screen and we can get into this. You can reshape your windows by clicking on the 3x3 matrix at the top of the webcams, and you can drag them around so you can see everybody here, okay? All right, so thanks for your patience. Welcome to Manifest Your Soul Purpose, which is a free manifestation webinar. I'm Nicolas Ngan of the Center for Conscious Ascension. So the purpose of this webinar is to help you manifest your heart's desire, hopefully your soul's desire, your soul purpose here, or pretty much anything which is in divine order for you to bring forth in your life, using the techniques I've used to create my business in the world. And so this is especially for the people who are going to watch this later on YouTube. So I presume you're all here to help the world as light workers, and each of you has a special gift of service hidden deep within your soul. But no matter how hard you've tried, you just can't clear all the emotional blocks to manifesting it. This was me for most of my life. So the purpose of this webinar is to help you clear these emotional blocks. I'm going to use divine healing to do that, so you can feel more fulfilled as you start to deliver your gift of service to the world. That's what we're going to do today. So what I'd like to do before we get into this in any detail is to hear from you guys. What brought you here? Where are you in your manifestation process, and what do you wish to manifest? So we sort of set some intention. And the guys who are not on video, you can just either turn your microphone and chat to us, or we'll put it on the chat and I'll read it out, because I want to get a feel what you guys need, and then that'll sort of drive the way we run this today. Okay, so I'll try to make myself a little bigger here. I seem to be a little small. So who would like to share the answer to those questions? Okay, I can see you, Valerie. It's fine. Okay, who would like to set intention here? So intention is very important here. Yeah, I'm a bit bigger now. Sana, you're pretty brave. Why are you here?
Okay, so recently I changed my business name using the soul contract system that I've been training in, and I feel I would like my energies to be optimized to that business name. I feel some kind of shift has happened in the last few weeks. So yeah, that would be my intention.
Okay, and where are you? Just say where you are as well, so people know.
I live in Ireland, in West Cork, and I'm originally from the Shetland Islands in the north of Scotland.
Okay, thank you. It's our local Viking, so. Right, who wants to go next? Valerie. Good to see you again.
My name is Valerie. I'm from the US. I'm kind of in a place of a lot of change. I've known it's coming.
Could you bring the microphone up to your mouth a bit closer, Valerie, because you're a bit faint.
Yeah, my name's Valerie.
That's better.
Yes. I am just kind of in a season of a lot of change, and a lot of things are unknown. I'm just kind of in a place where
A bit higher up again, because we're losing you.
I'm just kind of searching and open, and just kind of looking for those next steps and how that's going to kind of unfold.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
with you guys.
Okay, thank you. Who wants to go next? Hans.
Yeah, hello, I'm Hans and I'm from Germany, Hamburg. And today I'm here. I feel I have blocks to show myself and to raise my business. also money problems, money blocks, that really it's going into the flow. I think this, yeah, I think this is very clear.
Okay.
Isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, you're very clear. Thank you. All right. Who else would like to speak out of the brave people who show themselves? Valerie?
Hi, I'm near Buffalo, New York in the US. I did a webinar with you last fall.
Yep.
And my soul contract number was like a 4, being stuck. I think I'm finally like moving through those feelings of being stuck, kind of like the other Valerie, like wondering what the next step is for me right now.
Okay. Yeah, if you're not sure what the next step is, just focus on your manifestation is to have the next step revealed to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you're not sure, then you do that one, then the next one will follow from that. Okay. Anisha, where are you from?
Hello, everybody. Nice to be here. My name is Inaisha, and I'm living in Queens, New York. I'm originally from the island of Puerto Rico, and I've revisited my soul contract for quite a long time now. And what I could piece together what my purpose is and see that very clearly, but the blocks is where I have not been adding up my attention to. So what I'm wanting is to remove those blocks so that I could flourish more into my role and why I'm here. And that's where I'm at today.
Okay. Thank you. So the key principle of what we're going to do today with manifestation is we're going to focus on the final state you want to be in, on the particular issue that's you're facing. For example, Anisha, it's about moving forward. Don't focus on the blocks. It's not about ignoring them. Focus on the state you want to be in. Okay. For example, what state do you want to be in? Say all the blocks are gone. What would the state of being be like? And how would that feel?
For me specifically, well, I would feel a lot more expansive and not held down by restrictions that I've put on myself.
Okay. So, Valerie, how would it feel to have clarity on the next step? We don't have to know what that next step is, but how would it feel to have that clarity?
It would feel amazing. I mean, it would feel expansive. It would feel like I genuinely was participating in life and connected in the world. I think just that knowing that whatever it was that I had received actually had a place where it was not just going, but it was exactly what was needed. I don't know, just connection
Okay.
in life.
Yeah. So the most important thing is to be in the feeling as if your manifestation is already done. Don't worry about how you're going to get there, because I'm going to teach you how to command the universe to get you to the state of being.
Better at that.
What was that?
I'm getting better at that.
Yeah. The universe do all the heavy lifting. Okay. Because most of us thinking, oh my God, I'm here and I want to go over there. And our mind goes a bit crazy trying to figure out all the steps. But actually, ultimately, we are a spark of the divine, which I'll show you in a few diagrams. And you just got to focus on the final state. How do you want to transform yourself into the new state of being? Okay. And then the universe will work out how to get there. And if you're persistent and consistent enough, you'll get there eventually, provided you clear the issues which are in the way. And most of them are subconscious, very invisible. But this is where we use divine healing to clear a layer of them. So Valerie Greener, is that how you say it? How would it feel for you to be clear on the next step?
Awesome. I think I've just been working to like free myself this year, and now that I'm free, it's like, what do I do? I don't think I dream big enough, you know. I guess I don't know where I want to be yet. I just need to have the courage to dream bigger and figure it out.
Yeah. Okay, good. Hans, how would that feel to have shown yourself to the world and the business is flourishing?
It would feel like I would be in the flow. I would feel free. I would be somehow one with the whole. a part of the whole free floating of, yeah, kind of that.
Okay.
No restrictions.
Yeah. So stay with that feeling, all of you guys, and the guys who are also just watching, because that's the key to the whole thing, the feeling of the final state. Because you are each a spark of the creator, just that you forgot. But if you start to remember that you're a spark of the creator, the universe will pay attention to you when you start to command it to create something, which is what we're going to learn how to do today. Okay, Sana, what would it look like to be fully aligned with your business? How would that feel? What would it look like?
What it would look like is I posted a picture on my business page when I launched my new name as a goddess with all of these atoms coming up. So
Yeah.
it's very expansive and vibrant and bright and easy. Just feel easy. Just be in the flow. That's what it would feel like.
That sounds really good. Very inspiring. Yeah. Okay. Is there anyone else who's not on video want to share on the chat? How would it feel before? And I'll read it out. Just to sort of contribute towards the energy. I'm just building the energy here, so we get in the flow, we align together. Well, I'll give you. You can type it as you wish. I'm going to start explaining how we get there. So just got to share the screen on my PowerPoint. Where's it going? Here it is. Okay. So you can click on the 3x3 matrix at the top right and reshape the window if you want, the webcam windows. But I want to talk about some principles of what we're actually doing here. Is that? William has said it would feel like oneness and community. That sounds pretty good. So, right. So, I'm going to find my little pen here. Just got my pen. So, we are here in the third dimension in these densified, seemingly solid earth suits with our soul on board. And I just want to sort of talk about how this process of manifestation works. So the key thing we're going to learn today is a meditation of oneness to access your multidimensional self. Because you're more than just this soul in an earth suit on the earth plane in the third dimension. So we come from source. All that is great spirit, God in the non-spiritual sense. So how do we get here and from source? Well, when source first created this universe, because it came from another universe originally, what it did is it created an out-breath of itself. And it wanted to know itself not through thinking, but through pure experience. So it created an out-breath, and source is at the 12th dimension in this model we use. And it created an out-breath of itself. And it gradually densified through the dimensions 10, 11, 10, 9, 8, all the way down to the 5th, 4th, and 3rd dimensions. So basically it densified more and more and more from pure light and pure love and pure unity. The 5th dimension, we're in unity consciousness, but once we drop below that, we become more polarized here. So it got to the point that we got so far away from God and consciousness that we actually, when we're born here, we actually forget, well, most of us do initially, we forget we come from source. And we feel that this is all there is, this reality. And there's an interference zone at the lower end of the astral plane that creates a veil that stops us connecting to source. And so this is why it's so challenging to manifest, because this reality, this third dimensional reality, is like the Matrix, the movie. How many of you guys seen the Matrix? Hands up. Okay, so this is the matrix, and it radiates around whatever you unconsciously transmit out to the world. From your soul contract, what you're programmed with. So most people try and grab the energy or the money from this reality, which is why there's always lack here, because this is a third dimensional projection of higher consciousness from up here. So in order to manifest, we need to break through this interference barrier and connect all the way back up to source. And call down from source, whatever it is, which is in divine order for us to manifest. Because you call it down from here, there's an infinite supply of energy, and it will manifest in this reality down here. So you're not calling it from anywhere in here, because there's nothing here, because it's just a three-dimensional projection stream. We're calling it from up here. So what we're going to do is what we're going to do with this manifestation meditation is we're going to connect to all that is. You're going to connect to the multidimensional self, the oneness of who you truly are, and then from that draw down the energy, call to you whatever it is which is in your heart. It has to be in the flow of your spirit, what we call the spiritual signature. It has to be in alignment with where your soul wants to go. And if it is, and you clear enough of the emotional programming, separation programming from yourself, then it will start to manifest. That's the key. So nothing comes from this reality, but everything comes from up here. So we have to come into resonance, come into alignment with that. So what's in the way? Okay. Who are you really? So we have a lot of experience from past, present, and future lives, all of them. And this is the vastness of who we are. And the things which stop us, the blockages that Anisha was talking about, are these little red dots in us, in our ego. But the ego creates the illusion that these issues are massive. And we spend our time as light workers gazing in our navels, trying to sort out our stuff. So this work is about removing our focus from our blocks. It's not about ignoring them, but it's not about giving them any more power. Focusing on all the white area, all the good stuff that we are, this vast multidimensional energy we are, to activate ourselves into this much vaster being, accessing the much vaster part of our being. I mean, I had my head in my navel most of my life till it was pointed out to me that I need to focus on becoming this. Yeah. That's when things started to change. So I'm giving you a bit of structure before we go off and do this. So you are here. You're normally this pure flame of consciousness. What we're going to do with divine healing is we're going to peel the layers of the ego onion, which are blocking the manifestation of what you desire. Because if you are completely clear of your ego, things would manifest instantly, like they did for Christ. Okay, so we're going to clear some layers here. The way we do this is that we're going to focus on the final state of being, which we discussed at the beginning, that you wish to become. And in that way, that will trigger all the blockages in your ego, because the ego says, oh, you can't have that, Anisha. You can't do this, you can't do that. Whereas previously it was hiding all these things, but it's going to bring up, we're going to feel and they're going to come up in your consciousness. So effectively, we're going to ambush, flush out all the blocks, and then we're going to clear them. So you'll be one step closer to what you wish to manifest. So rather than focusing on just clearing stuff, we're going to focus our energy, our creative energy, on where we want to go, flush out the blocks in the way, and then you'll get a bit closer to it. So how do we do that? What we're going to do is, as the blockages come up, these little red dots, we're going to bring your willingness, desire, and courage to clear those blocks, to bring feeling consciousness to the issue. And when you bring feeling consciousness to an issue, it starts to clear. Because what you feel, you can heal. But the ego is not always keen on us doing that. So it creates this layer of emotional ice to numb us out so we can't feel our issues. Because what you can't feel, you can't heal. So we need to break through some of the stuff. So what happens is that as you've been feeling conscious as to it, we break through the ego's defense mechanisms gently and gracefully, and we bring consciousness to the issues which are blocking us, and then we clear a layer of them. And the spirit starts to move the energy, grace descends, and life becomes a little easier. So I'm going to teach you this manifestation meditation. Now that's going to trigger some of the blockages. Then we'll do some divine healing afterwards to clear the blockages. Okay. So what I want you guys to do is Amy said I would feel joyful, freeing, and satisfying. Yeah, thanks, Amy. All right. So what I want you guys to do now is close your eyes. If you've got shoes on, take your shoes off. Okay. And ground. And we're going to connect to oneness. I'd like you to breathe through your mouth because that keeps us in our body. Breathing through the nose keeps us in our head, which is not much use to us here. Okay. And breathe into your heart center. And set the clear intent of what you wish to create in its final state as if it's already done. Some of you have done this already. How would it be to work through all those blockages, and what state are you in? Where is your business? It's important to have no negatives here when you're manifesting. Like if you say, I don't want any blocks, you'll just get more blocks. So you focus on your final state of being because the universe doesn't recognize a negative. And let go all ego chatter and resistance to the manifestation because it's going to start yapping away in your head. Just be aware of it, just witness it, but don't react to it. Because creating from the heart is much more powerful than creating from the head. Now we're going to connect with the oneness. So we're going to do a thing called the Unified Chakra Meditation. And we're going to create a ball of light from your heart chakra, the third dimension. And we're going to gradually encompass all the dimensions back up to source. So for the temporary period of time, you're going to be one with all that is, which makes manifestation so much easier. Mm-hmm. So I'd like you to breathe through your mouth the ultraviolet light of your soul into the center of your heart and create a glowing ball of light. Breathe the ultraviolet light of the soul into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the throat chakra and the solar plexus, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. Breathe the ultraviolet light of the soul into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the brow chakra and the navel chakra with one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass the crown chakra, the base chakra, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass the astral, causal, and electromagnetic bodies, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass the alpha chakra, one of your hand lengths above your crown and slightly forward, and the omega chakra, one hand length below the base of your spine, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and allow the waves of Metatron to vibrate between the alpha and the omega chakras due to magnetic, electric, and gravitational waves, and allow them to merge with the astral, causal, and electromagnetic bodies to create the kingdom Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and expand and encompass the eighth chakra, one hand length directly above the crown and your upper thighs, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the emotional body to merge with the physical fields. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass the ninth chakra, two hand lengths above the crown and your lower thighs, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. Feeling yourself expand as you do this. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass the 10th chakra, three hand lengths above the head and knees, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. Allow the spiritual body to merge with the unified field to create the throne. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass the 11th chakra, way above your head and your upper calves, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the oversoul to merge with the throne. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass the 12th chakra, way above your head and way down to your lower calves, forming one unified field of light. And allow the Christ oversoul to merge with the throne. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart. Expand and encompass the 13th chakra way above your head and way down to your feet, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow the I am oversoul to merge with the throne. Breathe your awareness into the center of the heart and expand and encompass the 14th chakra way above your head and way below your feet, forming one unified field of light within, through, and around your body. And allow Source to merge with the throne. Breathe your awareness into the center of your heart and allow the highest frequencies of your spirit to radiate forth from the throne, down into your crown chakra, down into your heart chakra, and to radiate out in all directions into what we call the kingdom. I'd like you just to breathe in and out of the unified field now. Feel the vastness that you are, that connection to the oneness of all that is, which is the key to manifestation. And connect with that manifestation in your heart. This manifestation process is a combination of this light body technique with the unified field and Wayne Dye's Manifest Your Destiny book. I'm going to make it really simple here. So there are 3 stages, keeping your eyes closed. The first stage is we breathe the manifestation, feeling from base chakra, which is our creative center, up to our crown chakra through our pranic tube. Okay, so I want you to drop the manifestation into your base chakra, an energy head in your heart. And we're going to breathe the energy up and going to clear the pranic tube. The whole idea is to send this eventually out to the oneness of the universe. And we're going to make some of the sounds of God. And the sound we're going to make here is ah. So everyone turn your microphones on. We're going to practice this now. So I need to hear you as well. Okay. You don't have to turn the videos on, but microphones on are good, so we can hear you. Then you're reinforcing each other. Yeah. Okay. So the guys who are still attendees, yeah, we won't hear you because you need to become a panelist to do that, but it'll be fine. So you say that you're just keeping your eyes closed. You use the sound ah, and you move the energy from the base chakra or the manifestation up to your crown. So let's just do this together. Ah.
Ah.
Ah. Ah.
Ah.
Ah. Clearing a pathway. Ah.
Ah.
Reluctantly. Ah. 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 So we're invoking a connection to oneness with the sounds of God. Ah. Ah. Okay, so normally you do this for about 7 minutes. It's a 20-minute manifestation cycle divided by 3. We're not going to spend the whole time doing that. I'm just going to teach you how to do it. So now you've cleared the pranic tube pathway. We're going to keep making the sound ah, but we're going to breathe it from our base up through our pranic tube, through our crown, out to the oneness of the unified field that you just created a connection to. Okay, so we're sending this out to the universe. We're saying to Great Spirit, I'm completely aligned with you. I am you. I am one. And you're commanding this manifestation to come to you because you are a spark of the divine. You are the creator. This is the, like they say in the Bible, in the beginning was the word or the sound of God. So this is what we're doing here, using the sound of God. So from base to crown to the oneness of the unified field. Ah.
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 Ah. Ah.
Ah.
Ah. Ah.
Ah.
Stay with the feeling as if it's already done. Ah. 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 Whatever positive feelings are coming up as a result of it already being done. You might be happy, you might be joyful, expanded, grateful, and those feelings. Okay, now the third stage. So now we just completed effectively another the other 7 minutes. So we're 2/3 through the 20-minute cycle of manifestation. And the third part is the same breathing, base to crown to oneness of the manifestation, but this time be connecting with the feeling of gratitude as if it's already done, because gratitude opens a complete direct connection from your heart to source, and that's when the good stuff really starts to happen. So doing the R, feeling the gratitude as best you can, as if it's already done. Ah. 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 again with your eyes closed, breathing into that oneness as it's already done. With how different the state of being was compared to when you first started this webinar. And become fully present with what's coming up in you emotionally as a result of focusing on that desire you wish to create. This is a hidden separation in emotional programs that need to be cleared for it to happen. So keeping your eyes closed, I want you to breathe your conscious awareness into it, no matter how they feel. Some of them maybe feel uncomfortable, these feelings. You might feel grief that hasn't happened, unworthiness, all sorts of different negative emotions can come up. Just observe them, breathe into them, turn into them, feel them. This is the key to transforming these blockages. And I'm going to start to do a bit of divine healing quietly so you can stay present for what you're feeling. First, we're going to clear energy interferences, that big red line on the diagram we showed of interference that's blocking source coming to you. So you may feel energies leave your body. Just be present with it. Feel a shift as these beings leave. Now we're going to release high-dimensional extraterrestrial presences who are observing us. They want to understand how our emotions work especially. Nothing to worry about. Feel the energy shift. Now we're going to release what I call discards, entities, and attachments, pretty much anything else that could be sitting out on the lower astral plane, blocking your flow. Okay, so the interference is left, a layer of it is left. It's been holding you back. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to clear what are called main low frequency programs which are associated with the blockages. What you want you to do is breathe in your body and connect to whatever feeling is coming up in you, especially if it is feeling unpleasant. This is the ego trying to stop you. And the ego is normally trying to avoid feeling anything, but turn your awareness into feeling it. Bring the feeling consciousness to it. Okay. Bring as much feeling consciousness to it as you can. And feel however that program is, how it operates in your life. So what we're doing is we're going deeper into it. The more we can feel it, the more it can heal. Could be sadness, could be that unworthiness we talked about earlier. Just be aware of how it operates in your life as program. Become aware when it came about. It might have been some earlier in this life, might have been a past life, might have been from another dimension. Just allow the energy to show you. And let yourself open to all aspects of this feeling. Just drop your awareness into it. You can feel a bit strange doing this sometimes. Perhaps the attachment the ego has to hanging on to this main low frequency program. Any feelings of being bad for having it? And all judgment around it. The more you can open to it, the more it can integrate and heal. Divine healing is based on asking, you shall receive. So we're all going to collectively ask for the higher self to clear this layer of programming that you can feel. So I'm going to give you what's called a divine healing command code. So repeat after me. I'm going to give it to you in bite-sized chunks. So repeat out loud. We ask Saint Germain
We ask Saint Germain
to call the purple flame through the aura
through the aura
and
Through
subtle
the
body
aura,
and subtle bodies,
to burn
and
away
subtle
all low
body,
frequency energies
to burn away all low frequency energies
that we have discovered.
that we have discovered,
So
discovered,
that new higher level vibrations
so that new higher level vibrations
can be accessed.
can be accessed.
and be accessed.
Pause there to allow that to happen. Saint Germain and higher self,
Saint Germain and higher self,
please burn out in one go.
please burn out in one go.
Bitte erlaubt in einem Ziel.
100% the core issue
100% the core issue
through all levels and dimensions.
through all levels and dimensions.
100% the original cause
100% the original cause
through all levels and dimensions.
through all levels and dimensions.
100% the source of its power,
100% the source of its power,
for all levels and dimensions.
through all levels and dimensions.
100% all energy attached,
100% all energy attached,
through all levels and dimensions.
through all levels and dimensions.
100% all of its effects,
100% all of its effects,
through all levels and dimensions.
through all levels and dimensions.
That shift. Thank you.
Thank you.
The gratitude is very important. It opens up a direct connection to source. Must be genuine though. You must really mean it, not because you know it works. Feel the shift. Just let that settle for a few minutes. Now we're going to clear some past lives, which may be blocking the manifestation. So we're going to use the past life chart in divine healing. So I want you to, keeping your eyes closed, I want you to focus on the time-space continuum that goes out behind your back. You may see lines of energy going out to the different past lives, which are specifically coming into this life, feeding into this life to block your manifestation. Just be aware of where it goes. You may become aware of the time zones life is in, or you may see pictures, or if you have feelings around it. Just become aware of what's there. It might be 4 or 5 of them sometimes. More or less as well can happen. I had 10 different ones. And connect to all those lives and see the gifts that they have given you. Now it's time to clear them. And repeat after me in bite-sized chunks. Higher self,
Higher self,
please clear, heal, and integrate.
please clear,
Clear,
heal, and integrate
all these files and memories,
all these files and memories,
including all cellular memories,
including all cellular memories,
the DNA and the subatomic levels,
the DNA and the subatomic levels.
I am now ready to heal
I am now ready to heal
all traumatic lifetimes
all traumatic lifetimes
that are blocking my manifestation.
that are blocking my manifestation
At all levels and dimensions,
at all levels and dimensions,
all time frames,
all time frames,
realities,
realities,
and universes.
and universes.
And
A little pause while that happens. Okay, I command that any soul fragments
I command that any soul fragments
Stimme, dass alle Seelenfragmente
held with these memories
held with these memories
are now returned to me,
are now returned to me,
fully whole and intact,
fully whole and intact,
as appropriate.
as appropriate.
I welcome these soul fragments back.
I welcome these soul fragments back.
für diese Seelenfragmente willkommen.
I command that the whole holographic matrix
I command that the
I-
whole holographic matrix
Grafische Matrix
be repaired through all layers and levels
be repaired through all layers and levels,
und Levels geheilt wird und repariert wird.
then brought into full alignment,
be brought into full alignment,
integrate
Full alignment.
balance
Gebracht
integrated in balance,
to allow for wholeness to emerge.
to allow for wholeness to emerge.
meine Ganzheit aufsteigen lassen zu können.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Vielen Dank.
Thank you.
Embrace the shift. Okay, so now we've done quite a lot of clearing. So open your eyes and we're going to infuse some energetic nutrition to help integrate all the changes, because your ego, you've just dismantled a good chunk of your ego around this. And this is the Divine Healing Level 1 manual. So there's 26 charts, but this is the N chart that goes from A to Z, A to Z. And this nutrition chart has 4 types of nutrition here. Okay, so what I want you to do is to close your eyes again and do exactly as I say. We're going to do what's called number mapping, which is what we do in Divine Healing, to allow the higher self to tell us which of these nutritions we're going to use. There's 4 main categories. So pick a number 1 to 4. Whatever number drops in your head is the one to use, okay? And write that down. Okay. And if you've got a 1, then you're going to use A. You're going to pick an amino acid here. Okay. So if you've got an amino acid, pick a number 1 to 25, whatever number comes in your head. So you got 7, you'd have glutamic acid. You don't have to know what it does, but it's a frequency that's going to help integrate. If you've got 2, you got an essential fatty acid. Pick a number 1 to 19, whatever number drops in your head. It might be 8, Havonic acid. Okay, I'll leave it up there for now so you can see it. Whoops, it's jumping around a bit. Just write down whatever that is. We'll get to 3 and 4 in a minute. And then if you've got 3, it's a mineral. Okay, so you pick a number 1 to 21 here. Write down the mineral. If you've got 4, which matches the D, you've got a vitamin. So pick a number 1 to 26 and find your vitamin and write that down. Because with Divine Healing, we aim to clear the ego, but keep you stable, but in a new state, a new higher frequency state. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to do this command code here. We'll just stop jumping around. Here it is. This command code here, I'm going to say this together. Because you've picked your mineral or your nutrition, whatever that is, we're going to encode this in you and you feel a frequency. Usually it comes down from your crown and just sort of propagates through your whole system. It bypasses the ego defense mechanisms and you'll feel more integrated. So everyone after me. Higher self, please encode this nutrient.
Higher self, please encode this nutrient,
In the perfect balance.
vitamin C, in the perfect balance
That is required.
that is required,
And clear and align all pathways.
and clear and align all pathways
For maximum assimilation,
for maximum assimilation,
absorption and utilization.
absorption and utilization.
Absorption and utilize.
Okay, so let that go in. You may feel like a waveform going through me. I had an amino acid then. I had glutamic acid. It takes a minute or two. It just sort of propagates and integrates you, having cleared all of that programming. Okay, you can all open your eyes now. So I just want to get a little feedback. We're only halfway through. We've got another part of the manifestation to do, but you need a bit of time to integrate this first bit. So what we did there is we focused on where you wanted to go with the manifestation process, triggered all the blocks in the way, normally you couldn't access, and then we cleared a big layer of them. Okay, that's what we did so far. So I just want to check out a few people who would like to share how they're feeling now after that.
Feel more embodied.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyone else? Valerie, how do you feel? You have to bring the microphone right up because it's I can't hear you at all.
Yeah, I just feel very just still.
Yeah.
It feels very pleasant.
All right. Who else would like to share? You put it in the chat as well, you guys. Hans?
I don't know if it's a feeling, but I have the feeling like this I am.
Good. That was the idea. You just connected to the I am. Okay, Valerie, number 2. How are you doing?
That line about wholeness, that felt really good.
Yeah.
Feel really positive.
Okay, good. All right. Anisha?
I'm going with the stillness that Valerie had mentioned. Definitely just feeling like here, present.
Yeah, good. So that's the oneness. That's actually who you really are. That is the source of how to manifest whatever it is you desire. Okay. All right. So you cleared a lot of ego barriers to connecting more to that. And the more you're in that space, the more easy it is to manifest. It takes practice. Okay, so anyone else who wants to put anything in the chat? Oh yeah, William says, I feel buzzing in my head and like I'm looking down from above. Yeah, this is you're seeing from the viewpoint of the higher self, William. Well done. Okay. So with this process, this is best done at sunrise when we go from dark to light. Okay, so that's the most powerful time to do this. So you want to start the sound meditation just on sunrise, and I'll in the YouTube description I'll put a specific program for finding sunrise, the precise sunrise time for your location. General internet sunrise times are out by up to 20 minutes, which is no good for us. So this is accurate down to your street address. And if you do it at that time, it's extremely powerful. And when you do this manifestation, you probably want to do at least 7 days in a row of the same exact manifestation. Don't change them. So what you're doing is consistently putting it out and things start to happen. Okay. And you could just use the divine healing clearing part of this as well if you wanted afterwards. So you do 20 minutes, 3 lots of 7 minutes, 3 different breathing cycles and sound cycles. At sunrise, you commence. And then what happens? I also put a command code in there. If it's not practical, you may have kids or work or whatever, is a command code I'll put in the description where you can actually ask for the time, the energy to be sent to the time of sunrise, either in the future or behind or in the past, depending on when you can actually get to the meditation. So what we've done is we've done the creating part of the manifestation in the morning. And in the evening at sunset, when we go from light to dark, we do a gratitude meditation using the same breathing cycle of 20 minutes, 3 lots of 7 minutes. Plus we use a different sound, we use Om. And so that's where the gratitude part comes in, and we are it's best to be grateful for something that probably happened in the day or recently. And that opens the heart to more abundance coming in. So try and do that in the same day as well, if you can. So you might do morning and evening, say 7 days in a row, one thing, and watch what happens. It's quite simple, really, but you're this close to oneness. Just our ego keeps us separate and makes us believe we can't actually do it. So we're going to have a go at this now. Another drink. Okay, so what I want you to do is close your eyes, everybody, and feel, what are you grateful for, most grateful for? Okay. What are you most grateful for? I'm grateful for having a lovely holiday in Wales, camping holiday in Wales. I just came back a couple of days ago. Really connecting to nature. Just feel whatever that is. Could be whatever it is in your life. And just take that gratitude into your heart. Feel it expand. And then take that gratitude down to your base chakra. We're going to do the same process. We're going to breathe from the base chakra up to our crown through the pranic tube, but we're going to say the word Om. Okay. So here we go. Feeling gratitude and saying Om. Now going from that would normally be for 7 minutes. Now going on with gratitude, from the base to the crown out to oneness. This will be another 7 minutes. It sounds as loud as possible. It sounds very important here. This is what's creating the manifestation. Third phase of 7 minutes goes from the base to the crown with gratitude to oneness, but we're saying shalom instead. Shalom, feeling gratitude. Shalom. 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 Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. A couple more. Shalom.
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 Shalom. Just relax now. You might want to yawn. Clear some energy. Feel the expansiveness, feel that gratitude, feel the opening to source, feel it flowing to you in all its glory. When you're ready, just gently open your eyes. Feel how expanded you are. Anyone like to share how that was? Sarah and then Anisha.
Yeah, I felt a real buzzing in my heart, especially during the shalom.
Yeah,
Feel very peaceful, very grounded, but expanded at the same time.
yeah. Okay, thank you. Anisha.
Feeling like vibrating through my chest and almost like my head is like pulling, I guess, back to source, I would say.
Yeah. Okay. I feel pretty altered from that. So anyone else want to share how that was?
Felt a bit more difficult than the first exercise. It was an exercise.
Okay.
I feel a little bit dizzy in my head.
Yeah. You're bringing source in, so it takes a bit of adjustment because much higher frequencies coming into the body. Okay. Valerie Hobbs, how was that?
I can definitely
You
feel.
have to bring the microphone up a bit. Yeah.
Sorry, I forget. I don't have to do this for my class. I definitely feel kind of that sense of that very subtle vibration, but I think
Yeah.
something really noticeably shifted for me when we went into that last portion saying shalom, where there literally was just like this sense of ease. It just felt very, subtly, but just really opening. I don't know how else to describe that. But
Okay, thank you. Ashley said, felt oneness, unity, and peace. Amy said, I feel light and relaxed. Okay. All right. Valerie, Greener.
I just feel like it was really powerful with our voices joined together, feeling that vibration, like connectedness felt really good,
Yeah.
really beautiful. And, you know, it felt good to connect with that gratitude as well.
Yeah, good. Okay, so this is at sunset. This is very powerful. If you can't do both in the same day, just try and do something, either morning or evening. You know, life is busy. And this is how you create stuff. This is I create a lot of stuff with this. And after a while, you start to believe this is actually quite simple. It's about really working with total faith, but most importantly, clearing the issues which are in the way. That's the key. That's why Christ could manifest all the stuff he did, because he spent, I don't know how long was it, 12 years or 10 years going around the world clearing his ego so he could do his mission. Because he had a lot of karmic stuff, just like we all do when he first arrived here on Earth. It's normal. Okay. So let's have a look. So any questions about that? Have you got any questions about the process? Either in the chat or just talking to me here? Or you're all blissed out?
I like to stay in this energy. Just words are difficult at the moment.
Yeah, usually are. It's very polarized words. So if you listen to the YouTube video, we'll get it out in the next couple of days. It'll hold the same transmission you had now. So you can go through it again and you'll go deeper. Okay. And all the healing processes from Divine Healing will be in there as well. Okay. All right. Yeah, so yeah, it was quite strong at once. So let me say a few more things about this. What do I want to say? So I'll talk briefly about Divine Healing, the process we were doing to clear stuff. I'm just going to find the right term, and just so you understand the tool we're using here. So basically, Divine Healing is about connecting to higher self, source. It comes from source, actually. It's designed to help us get back to source and consciousness. And it's a multidimensional system which opens you to grace. So basically, it's a very simple, quick, and profound way of clearing a lot of the issues which are blocking us moving forward. It connects us to spirit, empowers us, and if you're really dedicated to enlightenment, but not many people know us get there, but it's gets you close. So basically what it's doing is it's helping us manifest life so it really happens. Understand and transform the programming blocking us. Good for making dreams come true. Manifesting your vision. Healing deep issues. And really connecting to your true essence, which is spirit. So you can tap into your gifts and qualities. So you can have more love and joy and fun. Aliveness. And as you clear the ego, more abundance flows. You start to become the master of your life. And you can start to deliver your gift of service to the world. Once you clear enough of the ego, it's a point of what I call soul integration. The soul, the higher self, becomes in charge rather than ego being in charge. And that's when you hit that threshold, breakthrough, where the ego is no longer got this iron tight control, holding us back from the flow. That's when life gets really interesting. So it's designed to help free you so you can become the best that you can be and be a master of your life and deliver your gift of service. That's what it's for. So basically the idea is to dissolve the ego completely. And what happens is that explain how manifestation works, increases us through divine healing. So this is how we are built. This is our higher self, made of God's self, higher emotional body, and non-linear mind. This is us, the impermanent personality made up of the mental, emotional, and physical bodies, plus the other energy bodies. And initially we're full of this emotional separation, some of the stuff we just cleared. And this is an antakarana, the blue line. It's the life force and flow that comes from the higher self to our impermanent self in this reality. And as you clear the lower self, which is what we're doing, we just did today with divine healing, the antakarana opens up. Unconditional love flows. And the more we can actually love our programs, the easier it is for them to leave. Because it's our ego's judgment of our programs that blocks us, it locks them in place, and feeling bad about it also blocks us. So as you progress through and clear more of your programs, this opens up more flow comes, more joy, more love. And if you manage to completely dissolve the ego, you get this. This is ego dissolution, where the ego is surrendered. The antakarana is at maximum opening. And this is where the higher self is completely coming through you, and you surrender. You become a vehicle for the higher self to express itself in this reality. So this is how you really manifest stuff. So the ego is surrendered. It becomes the servant of the higher self, the atomic, buddhic, and non-linear bodies and non-linear mind. And so this love comes through, and it comes through into the matrix, and it just manifests whatever is in divine order for your soul. This is actually the key to abundance. You've got to clear this entire ego structure. This is what really works. So the ego is completely surrendered. That's the goal if you really want to manifest the most fulfilling life. But it takes time. There's no quick fix, no matter what any long North American website tells you, no matter how much money you pay. If you don't do the work, not a lot happens. So you've got to do your work. But this is actually the aim, is to completely transmute this ego and surrender. Okay, so this is what we're doing with the process here. So what we were doing is that we were focusing on where we wanted to go, what we wanted to create in the positive. That flushed out all the separation programs, and then we nuked it with divine healing. So if you do that regularly, after a while, the ego starts to wear out. It will eventually give up if you apply this level of consciousness to it. And then the flow will be with you much more of the time. I spent most of my life, I was in the corporate world up to about, I don't know, 25 years ago, 30 years ago. And then I left it to do this work, and then I barely made a living for most of that because I had so many programs that got triggered when I made this transition. But I'd learned to focus on what I wanted to create. And eventually, I went from a little business barely in London, barely making a living, to actually having a global teaching business. But it took time, but I knew this was going to work. I could feel it. Just had to trust and be patient. That's the key, because there wasn't anything else to do but to get on with it. So you can achieve your goals if you're persistent and focused and are prepared to be conscious and be fully present with each step of awakening. Okay. So that's how it works. So if you're interested in getting into that flow more, getting into the flow, manifesting what you desire, we teach you how to use divine healing. Teach it 3 times a year. So you have a tool which can burn through that ego to get you to where you want. And Almira Ariel, who used to work with me in the Center of Consciousness, she developed this because we needed the tool to clear our already armor-plated egos, because we weren't getting too far. This is where it comes from. So if you're interested in really clearing your ego, I'm running a training the 30th of September to the 3rd of October. It's 4 days on Zoom, 12:30 to 8:30 UK time, 7:30 AM to 3:30 PM Eastern, 4:30 AM Pacific to 12:30, because we have to cover from the west coast of North America out to Eastern Europe. And that's available on Zoom. It's like 4 1.5-hour sessions over the 8 hours. If you really want to clear some stuff. So it's really good for yourself, but it's also good if you want to use it in your healing practice, if you've got one or want to create one. So when I did this in 2006, when she first developed this was the pivotal transformational moment where I got to that point of soul integration a few years later, where my ego I dissolved enough of it to actually get on with this life. in the way I wanted. So if you're interested in joining, just come to thedivinehealingtraining.com, and there's a deposit of £175 or $220 approximately. The full fee, which includes the deposit, is £520 or about $650. So the idea of this is to free light workers so you can get on with your mission, because so many of you guys come and it's the ego which trips us up. Basically takes charge, and if we let it take charge, then our mission doesn't ever fully happen. That's what I've discovered. So the idea of this tool is to help you guys on your mission fulfill it by embodying high self and high consciousness. Any questions? So it's a gift from source, so we can get on with the mission here. So many of us will come, but the idea is to get many of you actually online with the mission, which is a completely different matter altogether, but it can be done. Any questions there, or any questions in the chat? William says thank you. Amy said the instructions will be on YouTube. Yeah, instructions for instructions there on YouTube. The YouTube description will be on how to set the time period. Okay, but just follow the video in terms of the process, and make sure it's 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes in the evening, 3 lots of 7 minutes. Set a best to use a countdown timer rather than the phone, so you don't have to look at it. Set the countdown timer to 7 minutes, and then you keep your eyes closed because it keeps you connected to higher consciousness. When the eyes open, it means that the mental body cuts in, and that it's going to disturb the flow, because we want to be in the pure spiritual body. We want to be connected and feeling to source when we do this. Here's another message here. Oh, Valerie just said thank you. Yeah, thanks. So if there are no questions, we'll go, and hopefully this helps you guys move forward.
Thank you so much, Nicolas. It's just amazing as always. Yeah, really
Thanks,
amazing. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So enjoy that. Certainly don't do that. You got to do this, and you've got to be in a quiet space. No kids, animals. You do not want to be doing it in a vehicle, obviously, anything like that, because this is very strong. Okay. All right. Thank you, everybody. That was good fun doing this and sharing this with you.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was really great. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.